This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. More on them later. Warmest of welcomes back to the 15 grand house. And today we have been quite busy. Logistically sorting many things out and buying more materials, which of course is vital to keep feeding materials to this renovation project so that things can get done, like the brand new floors and of course the walls upstairs. We're not focusing on the ground floor walls at the moment. I just want to get the second and first floor sorted out as well as possible before moving down to the first floor. Now, getting materials into this house presents some challenges due to the location and the size of the house. Right, first of all, let me just tell you what I have bought today. We have got one more lot that I've separated into two columns there of the metal stud-work rails so that the first floor can be studded out completely. So that is absolutely fantastic. And we've also bought, as well as a few tools on top there, that's I believe that's a knife to cut the insulation, and some screws there for plasterboard. And this here is of course the insulation. Now, talking about the insulation, it's actually gonna have two layers, one thick layer. In fact, let me just go upstairs and show you what I'm talking about. In the first floor future ensuite bathroom, and here is a perfect example of a wall that has the stud work installed already beautifully, including on the ceiling. And what's going to happen is the first layer of insulation that we've just bought, the thick stuff, is going to go behind, the gap behind the stud work. Okay? The second layer goes in between the actual metal rails. And what you do is you have the first layer like this, vertically placed, and then the second layer will be horizontally placed there. And what that does, it creates like a crisscross, doesn't it? And what that means is it insulates even better, so I'm told. So that's how we're going to be proceeding to maximize the insulation of this beautiful property. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, buddy. We've got ourselves a little sponsored segment coming up. That's right. This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. Why you need Surfshark in 3 reasons. Reason 1. Ever connect to a public Wi-Fi at a cafe, airport, train station or hotel? You could be broadcasting your private data to cyber criminals lurking on the same network. With Surfshark, it's like putting your data in a bulletproof safe and taking that safe with you everywhere you go. Reason 2, geo-blocking, which is the digital practice of restricting access to services or content online based on your physical location. Now, I want to watch my favourite TV show, Mr. Bean, absolute classic. But guess what? It doesn't appear on Netflix. That's where Surfshark comes in. I simply select the UK, press connect, head on over to Netflix, and there it is. I'm watching a Mr. Bean within seconds. And the third and final reason as to why I choose Surfshark over any other VPN is it the lightning fast connection speeds, the fact that I can simultaneously connect any device in my home at the same time. That's what simultaneously means. No, it's the simple fact that they have a strict no-log policy, meaning they don't collect or store my online activity. Thanks, Surfshark, for respecting my privacy. So that's 3 reasons why I personally use Surfshark on a daily basis. And if you're still on the fence, well, Surfshark is offering an extra 4 months when you sign up using code LifeOfRyan at checkout, or simply go to the link in the description, surfshark.com/lifeofryan, or you can even just scan this QR code and it'll take you straight there. And if you're not happy for any reason, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. you can't go wrong. Thanks so much Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Much love. And while I am here, I'm going to give you an example of the condition of the first floor windows, which are actually not too bad when you take a good look at them. Yes, they are single glazing, but take a look, they don't look bad. They look a-okay. I mean, you know, they're quite solid. They do need some light restoration work on this floor, but they do the job very well. Beautiful views, by the way, there of the valley outside. And merci beaucoup to my good mate for putting the lovely tomettes down, the original terracotta tiles. They separate the bathroom and the future bedroom just beautifully. I mean, look at them. Absolutely gorgeous. He's done a great job. Very rustic. Obviously, we're going to finish it off a bit nicely on the edges, but it's just great. I'm very happy with that. So thanks a lot, buddy. You've done a great job there. And this wooden floor, I think we've made a right decision to keep this here in the bathroom because it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Back downstairs on the ground floor now, and talking about the insulation. This obviously isn't going to be enough for the whole house, but it is a very good start. And the total cost of the insulation, the rails or the stud work, and a few bits and bobs come to just over 1,000 euros. Don't know what the current exchange rate is from euros to dollars. Probably about, I don't know, $1,150, $1,200 spent today on materials alone. And I do want to say a huge thank you to my dad. You can't see outside, but there, I think you can just about see, he has lent me the trailer, which has allowed me to acquire all of this stuff. And yeah, my dad lends me tools from time to time, and I couldn't be more grateful. Of course, thank you to Billy, my best friend. He sometimes lends me his work van as well. And yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. And I couldn't be cracking on with this renovation project, of course, if not for my good mate, who is the faceless one. He's doing a fantastic job. So that's it. Oh, and of course, I've still got the electric stuff that I dropped off the other day. So there you go. That's the kind of status update. Now, what I want to talk to you about as well is the plasterboard. Because for anyone who doesn't know, plasterboard is actually quite cumbersome. You know, it's they're big old sheets, very big sheets of plasterboard, and they would fit through the door, the front door, but they wouldn't fit through the stairs. And this is, of course, a huge issue. And we've thought long and hard about this, but again, we've managed to come up with a fantastic solution. So when we purchased this stuff, this materials, we had a good chat in the shop with the guys who work there, and there is an option to have materials delivered. Now that's good enough, but of course that still doesn't solve the problem of getting the stuff up the stairs for the plasterboard. Well, they actually have a special lorry with a crane, so I can actually get stuff delivered directly through the window of the first floor and of the second floor as well. So that is the perfect solution. Now, this does unfortunately come with an extra cost, just like everything in life. The delivery cost will be roughly 80 euros, around $100. And then there is an extra cost for that special lorry with the crane of another roughly 100 euros, so around $120 extra. So I'm probably looking at a couple of €100 almost, around a couple of $100 USD to get stuff delivered. But what we're going to do is we're going to calculate the how much we need exactly, get a little bit more than that, get it one time, and then I've only got that extra cost just the one time. And I do have to tell them a couple of weeks in advance to make sure that they've got the lorry when we need it, essentially. So yeah, there you go. We've got a solution to get the plasterboard. Once the plasterboard is purchased, which will be obviously over 1,000. We haven't even calculated how much it's going to cost yet, but yeah, we're looking at a few more grand for more insulation, more plasterboard, and then the best Sparky in the whole of France is going to come and install the electrics on the second and first floor, just all the wiring so that it's ready to be kind of finished off. But no, before he's going to do that, before the second layer of insulation goes in place. Okay, so obviously we plasterboard once all the wires, the cables are already in place, so that they can be nice behind the wall, hidden. Of course, that's how it works, you know. I hope I'm making sense. It's been a busy morning, what can I say? So there you have it. That's the status update, that's the progress report. Once the electric's done, then we'll probably move downstairs, I imagine, and get that done. I mean, we've got a few options afterwards with how we can progress, because obviously, you know, it's going to have the fixtures and fittings done, the finishes and all that, you know, the floor, like the final floor, the actual floor that you'll be walking on, all that stuff. Yeah, but we're not at that stage just yet, but we are progressing. Thanks again Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Links in description for 4 extra months.